then Ronaldo! Balotelli, Aguero! It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Football Drop Podcast. I've got Benji with me here today as a guest. How are you doing?
As a guest, thanks, mate. Have I been demoted now?
It's now an FDP special. FDP
FDP special. Yes, mate. I'm good. How are you, my friend?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I'm not too sad. Not too sad. We're going well. We're going well.
We are. Tech issues are going well. 38 minutes, but we're all good now, aren't we?
Well, it wasn't 38 minutes. We've been doing a lot of talking.
We haven't really, though, have we? If you want to be completely honest, you've only actually just got it running.
No. It's been running for a while. I'm just sorting out a new way of working so that it looks better on screen. So our YouTube videos look a lot slicker and a lot cleaner. That's what I'm trying to do, mate.
That's what we like. That's good, mate. I appreciate you, bro.
It's all just running like a dream now, mate. You know, we try to work harder and smarter and faster and cleaner.
So when you say it's running like a dream, is it one of those dreams where you're trying to run and escape someone, but you just can't run away no matter what because it's really slow? One of those sorts of dreams.
It's one of those dreams where I dream about you and I end up quite sort of moist.
That's disgusting. Well, that's just made this an 18 plus episode. Fantastic. Not really sure what to say there.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm all good. How are you? How's your weekend?
Oh, mate, it's been one of those things. You know when like you're really into your fitness and like you're like, right, I'm going to exercise, and I exercise and like I go up to 22s on like 22 miles per hour on, you know, the old bicep curls, and then like you ache, and then like you get a 5k and you're like, okay, my time's getting better. I'm doing a bit more. Like this is good. We're rocking and rolling. And they eat like absolute dog shit. Like you just.
What have you had?
Shit. Oh, I've had everything, mate. McDonald's, like kebabs.
Nice. Oh.
Toby Carvery, like.
What, you had a carvery?
Went to a carvery. Yeah, you love a carvery. You're a big Tom Davis when it comes to a carvery, aren't you?
I do love a carvery. Yeah, I do love a carvery.
If they're up for sponsoring, I'm sure they'll go for the wall for now, but they can come to us.
Hit us up. Email address. It's in the comments in the description below. Hit us up, man.
Yeah.
We don't want as much as anyone else. We'll just take a free carvery once a week. I'll take that.
Once a week.
Optimistic. Yeah, because then you negotiate, Will. You start once a week and then you happily take once a month.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks for explaining that. I really appreciate that.
Brains and beauty here.
That is true.
Brains and beauty.
And brawn. How's it
So
going
how
for
was your
you?
weekend, though? Did you have a good weekend overall, though?
Yeah, it was all right, mate. Yeah, not too bad. I had a banging headache yesterday. It's still not really gone, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, it's been all right, mate. Been busy at work today, so I've come straight in from work to try and set up the computer and get it all tickety-boo, as they say. I've signed up for a social media course, so I have a little watch out, see if the social media improves, yeah.
Hopefully it does. I wonder if...
Can't get any fucking worse, can it? Let's be honest. If it gets worse, we have to fucking worry.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Wow.
How's it going, though, with it? You enjoyed it? Have you learned anything new? Share with us. What have you learned? Apart from the fact we really are shit.
It's. I mean, to be honest, it's just I've only done the introduction module. That was easy for me to say, wasn't it?
By 12.
So, yeah, I've only done that, so no, I haven't really learned a lot. But yeah, I'll, see how it goes, mate. See how it goes.
Congrats.
How was your
Well
weekend?
done.
What's going on with the Bens?
It was okay. We went out for dinner on Saturday evening for my sister's birthday. Pasilipo in Broadstairs.
That is
Mate,
a classic
I
food, isn't it?
fucking love it there.
Do you?
So good. Food was banging. Had a calzone, standard.
Obviously. Yeah.
Oh
If
yeah.
Ben's going to go to an Italian, he's going to get a pizza. He's going to eat too much. He's going to come home. He's going to undo the top button on his jeans, and he's going to go, "Oh, Laura, I'm so fucking full." And she went, and she just looks at you with absolute disgust, like, "Yeah, I watched you shovel all of that into your mouth, you disgusting animal."
Fuck, was you there?
No, you just
Shit.
said her and Selge are similar, and I just got flashbacks.
Oh, that happened to you? I get it. Yeah.
It's when like you're in like you're having food or something. It's when they lean over and go, "Stop." That's when you
I've
think,
never-
"All right,
I've
I've
never
had
had
too
that.
much.
No, I've never had that.
I want too much now." They've said stop.
No, usually it's, are you going to finish that or I'll have that?
Selge has never said that to me before ever, because she'll get like a fork in the hand or something if she's like waiting to like come and pounce on my food.
Yeah, Laura's excuse if she ever did it was, I'm eating for two now, Ben.
Oh yes, you're in those days. How is pregnancy?
It's up and down, mate. I'm not going to lie to you, but we're enjoying
That's
it.
what got you into this mess.
It is. No, we went to hospital today just for a checkup and stuff. All good.
Oh, good.
Everything's going smoothly.
keep
Next
that a
week we
secret.
should hear the heartbeat.
Oh, mate, you need to record it and send it to me. I'll be able to tell you whether it's a chewing train or a galloping horse.
Ah, for a boy or a girl, yeah. Okay.
I'm expert at that.
Do you know what? I am genuinely leaning towards the fact it's going to be a boy. I'm just convinced of it.
Okay.
So we're going to have someone for our five-a-side teams. I mean, I'll be what, 50 then when he's 18? You'll be...
Here we go. Ready?
53?
Yeah, well done. Nice. What age did you really want to say?
63.
Yeah.
So no, it's been good though. It's been quite full on one, but also I didn't do an awful lot. We blitzed the house yesterday though, and it feels so much better now.
Looks good, does it?
Yeah, so it's all nice and clean and tidy and fresh. And then here for another rip-roaring week at work.
Yes, I am certain of that. Yeah.
Living the dream. Do
There's
you know what wasn't good is weekend football. So I'd rather, if we whiz through that at the end of this, I'd really appreciate that.
There is quite a lot to talk about, let's be honest. And we're going to have to just focus our attention on getting through it, gritting our teeth and moving on. It's a bit like me and you, when we're having that fun time in the evenings, just grit our teeth and move on.
Yeah.
Take one for the team. Where should we start, though? Let's start with the news, shall we?
Yeah, I think the only one place to start is in Germany.
In the Bundesliga.
They've done it. They have done it. They've broken the Bayern Munich just annihilation of every team and the pure dominance of the Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen are champions.
They are the champions. And they kind of done it, really, without kind of too much. Like, they haven't got many superstars, have they? Like, I can think of Verst, who's top quality, scored at the weekend. Other than that, I don't really know if they've got like a superstar within their team.
No.
And they have just played as a team the whole season, not lost a game yet. Not lost a game.
I know. That's the insane part of all of this. Is yes, they've been playing really good football and they've been getting the wins, talking them off week on week, but they haven't lost.
It's middle of April, mate, and they've won the Bundesliga with a 5-0 win, by the way.
What a way to do it!
Bremen.
What a way.
At home as well, so they've won the league at home with a massive win. What a time to be a Leverkusen supporter? They're not Leverkusen anymore. They're Bundesliga champions with a relatively new manager,
Yeah.
an unknown team, what's next?
And Champions League next season. See if they can have a good run.
That's a
Don't
classic
get me
Ben
wrong.
answer. Just like very factual, to the point. Not going to do anything more. Just Champions League.
No, they could do the treble this season though, and they could go undefeated, which is insane.
Yeah, mad. But undefeated, like not like Arsenal undefeated, like undefeated, as in they're not going to lose a game, Ben, in all competitions.
It's incredible. Can I just say, so obviously we're doing this recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly what you're doing now. So we're doing a WhatsApp call as well, so I can see you, because otherwise it's really strange just talking to nothing.
Yeah.
And you've just changed the angle, so I'm just seeing your incredibly slim and slender body now, with your bulging biceps in the tightest shirt I think I've ever seen you wear.
What, you can't see my face?
I can just about see your face.
Oh, sorry. So I haven't really got anywhere for my phone to go. So and it just fell over. So everyone on YouTube will probably have heard a bang. So that's my phone falling over. And now I tried to like carefully put it up, but yeah, Ben's obviously brought attention to it. So cheers for that.
I have, yeah, no problem. Also, there's a big microphone in your face on my screen, but that's fine.
Yeah,
it's quite amusing to see.
Yeah. If I put it there,
do I
look like someone with a weird moustache.
Moustache. Moustache. You look like the Monopoly Man. Hypothetically, if they do the treble and they go undefeated, does it eclipse, firstly, Arsenal's Invincibles, and secondly, the treble winners for United and City?
I think it's a hard one because it's a different league.
But undefeated.
I think it eclipses. I'd probably say it eclipses the Invincibles.
Mm.
What I wouldn't say is it would eclipse a treble.
If they do the treble, though.
Because
undefeated.
because it's not the proper treble. If they'd won the Champions League, and they'd won the league, and they'd won the German Cup, yes, I would say they probably would. But it's the Europa League.
Okay. Fair enough. Any Leverkusen fans? Shout him out.
Yeah, call me out, mate. Yeah, I'm happy with that. But, I mean, with the Europa League, obviously Liverpool in midweek lost against Atalanta 3-0. So their likelihood of going through is severely reduced. But, that being said, Atalanta are a quality team, but Levekusen, are probably going to go through and are probably going to get through to the final. It's just who they play.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Scary place.
But Granit Xhaka left North London to win a trophy and win the league, which is upsetting, but also I'm buzzing for it.
Yeah.
Harry Kane left North London to win a trophy.
Yeah.
Now, Arsenal drew 2-2 with Bayern midweek, and inevitably Harry Kane scored. But it was a pen. So we know he's going to score a pen, because he's very good at pens, generally.
Mm-hmm.
Did Bayern go on to win this? Does Harry Kane get a trophy in his first season?
I don't think so, no. And I think you can't take any, talking now with Harry Kane away from Tottenham, you can't undeny his quality, his skill. Everything that he's got is superb. He will always be a world-class player for his time, for the club that he played for, the amount of goals that he scored, what he's done. I think next season he'll probably... Bayern Munich will strengthen. They'll get a new manager. They will... they'll win the Bundesliga next season, probably. They'll probably do a double. They might even do a triple themselves and be like, oh, fuck you, Leverkusen, we can do this.
Yeah, maybe.
You wouldn't put it past them. So he will go on and he will win things. My biggest hope is that he wins things in the summer, this season.
Yeah.
That would make him iconic. If he can lead England to a Euro win, greatest ever.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. Yeah, I understand the logic as well. Fingers crossed. It'll be good for the Euros. I'd rather him win that than anything else.
Yeah, but congratulations, Leverkusen. It's nice to see somebody else win it.
It is. It's a massive, massive achievement. But in other sort of title races at the moment, we'll jump over to Scotland for a sec because Rangers lost for the first time ever against Ross County.
Ross County, yeah. They were 2-0 down at, was it 2-0 at half time, wasn't it?
Yeah, they lost 3-2.
Oh, was it 3-2? I thought it was 3-1.
3-2,
yeah. Incredible. Rangers beat St Mirren, didn't they? 2-0. So they are...
Celtic, you
mean.
mean.
Celtic,
so, yeah.
Celtic beat St Mirren 2-0. So they're 4 points clear at the top now?
Yeah, and I think Rangers still got a game in hand, though, haven't they?
Yeah, but bottle jobs.
Could be. But we won't say bottle jobs too loudly. You don't want to say that too loudly about every team that are ahead and then just lose against a team that they're probably expected to grind out a result against.
Yeah, bottle jobs.
We don't like to talk about that.
Can you believe it? Yeah. Talking of bottle jobs, what about Leicester?
I don't want to talk about anyone else now. I'm done. We're all done now. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Hey, you got to laugh, mate. If you don't laugh, you fucking cry.
Oh, don't. I nearly did cry, mate. Nearly did cry.
Yeah, me too.
But it's one game. We'll move on to it.
Let's focus ourselves back to the Championship because just to highlight how close that is at the minute. So, 4th place, you've got Southampton on 81 points. So they're a little bit further away, but Leeds United are on 87 points. What?
I was going to say, Southampton have got 2 games in hand.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So yes, they're behind, but they can join Leeds on 87 points if they win their 2 games in hand.
That is very true. And they're on very good form at the minute, Southampton as well. Leicester, so Leeds are on 87 points in 3rd place. Leicester on 88 points in 2nd place. And top of the table on 89 points is Ipswich.
Mad, isn't it?
Leicester have got a game in hand on Ipswich and Leeds, so they can get back into the top spot and obviously the top 2 on the automatic promotions. Who's going to do it, Ben? What are your thoughts?
I think Leicester will win, Leeds will be 2nd, and I think Southampton are going to go up through the playoffs, and Ipswich will finish 3rd, though.
Okay, really?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a step too far for Ipswich. I mean, if they were in the Prem, I don't think they would survive. I think they go straight back down. Double promotion is hard, let alone double promotion to the Prem as well. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that they're a bad team, because I think they're a great team. They're doing incredibly well. But Burnley did incredibly well last season. Sheffield United did very well. And look at them this season.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my only fear.
And Luton aren't doing great. Yeah, I could see that happening. I think the problem for that is out of the top 4, 3 of the teams that came down from the Premier League last season.
Yeah.
So that's got to be a worry in itself. So West Brom and Norwich are probably going to be the other teams in the battle for that 3rd and final promotion place. I could see any one of those teams doing it. I mean, we've got to give Norwich a warning, you know. It can't be left unsaid. It can't be left unsaid that if they get themselves promoted, congratulations, but you're on thin ice.
Oh dear.
You could see them doing it though, couldn't you?
Yeah, I can. They've been in some good form recently as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they certainly have. Yeah, so it's all to play for down there. It's going to be really interesting. I hope because I love kind of old school 90s kind of football with Ipswich in the Premier League. I love the thought of that. when Coventry were kind of up there fighting in, I think earlier on in the season they had a great run of form and they were in the playoff places. I'd love to see Coventry back in the Prem. Same with Middlesbrough, all those sorts of clubs love it. So for a bit of nostalgia, I'd like to see them back up there.
Yeah, Preston started the season well though, didn't they? They get a few wins. They're not too far behind.
Yeah, Preston.
They're on 63, 66 if they win their game in hand. So they're still within. No, they're not, are they? No, they're done.
It's probably not, but it's all doable.
Yeah, they need a lot of results to go their way. But it'd be nice to see a team that's just not been there for ages. So, as you said, like with the Ipswich, it'll be great to see. Even West Brom, they've not been in the Prem for a while now.
Yeah,
be good to see a team like that. But I think this could be the first time ever that the 3 teams that went down come up, and the 3 teams that went up come down.
Yeah.
It could well happen.
Likely to. Just focusing our attention to the bottom, obviously with Birmingham City, because we've got, I don't know why, a bit of a vested interest in them this season after all the shenanigans
we do, don't we?
that have been happening there. They're just above the relegation zone. They won at the weekend, 45 points, Huddersfield, and Sheffield Wednesday on 44 points. Sheffield Wednesday managed to get themselves out of a bit of a rut and fighting to stay in the league. Any thoughts on down there? Stoke and QPR on 47, Plymouth on 48, Blackburn on 49. Blackburn right down
there. I think the Sheffield Wednesday stuff, I think they deserve to go down just because the owner, the way he was at the end of last season and beginning of this season, just wasn't running it in a nice way at all, getting rid of, what's his name? Darren. I can't remember their manager's name now. They got rid of him literally just before the start of the season, got someone else in. Huddersfield. I quite liked Huddersfield when they were in the Prem for that 1 year.
Yeah.
That was really fun to watch them. Again, another team that you think, that was good. But yeah, I don't see them coming out of it, really. I think Birmingham will have enough to stay up. And they've got that pedigree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stoke. Yeah, Stoke and QPR, again, I think they'll be fine. It's good to see Plymouth staying up. They're doing okay. But I don't think the rest will be dragged into it. I think they'll get a couple of points and keep themselves up, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that would be good. Just sort of focusing on some other sort of news. I did have one story to sort of talk about. Was it in our favourite place that we like to talk about at the moment?
Turkey,
yeah.
I knew this was going to come up. There's going to be something about Turkey every week.
It's a strange one, isn't it? Because it's it's Turkey, and because of some of the troubles that they've had, I just find it really fascinating. They have got to introduce the foreign officials for VAR because they are worried about biases from their own country's officials.
That's insane.
It's mad, isn't it?
That is insane.
What do you think?
I don't even know what to say to that.
No.
Part of me thinks, well, yeah, that's fine. That's normal to have different, people from different countries, different cultures reffing. I don't see any issue with that. But why is this such a big deal? And why is this not a big deal in other places? Well, because they're not corrupt.
Well,
if they're corrupt, get rid of them then.
Yeah,
surely.
Exactly. Yeah.
And get people that have proved and demonstrated that they will officiate in the correct and proper way. Surely.
Yeah. But just on that, so last week we were talking about Fenerbahce, that they walked out of the game with Galatasaray.
Yeah.
So this has all come in basically because their president has said there's an underground network of people who are using referees to decide matches. That's kind of where this has all come from. So the club, do you know how much the club was fined for the protest, the walkout in protest?
Go on.
Now, have a guess. How much would you expect them to be fined for that?
£1 million euros.
98,450.
What random amount?
That is a random amount. I assume there's a reason for it. It's probably like 100,000, pound equivalent in there. Is it the Turkish lira? Is that one?
Yeah. That's a tiny amount, isn't it?
It doesn't seem like a lot, does it, for that?
No. And if there's corruption happening and they're guaranteeing the results to these games, people probably made more than 100 grand on that.
Oh, 100%. I did.
Of course you did. That's why you're sitting here doing a podcast.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So just quickly before have we got anything else? Oh, I've got two things for you, haven't I? Is there anything else?
You've got a few things, I think, looking at it, but go on. Nothing from me, mate.
Okay, mate. So I wanted to just quickly do an update on the WSL because we haven't really done an update on that too much, and I know there's certain people out there who quite like a update on that. So Manchester City women are storming it, really. The Chelsea women could... I'm not going to keep saying women. Manchester City are storming it. Chelsea could catch up with them. They're 3 points behind, but they've got a game in hand. Both drawn one and lost two. Arsenal are quite close behind. They're on 40 points. Chelsea on 43. Manchester City on 46. At the bottom, Bristol City are probably gone. West Ham, holding on. But yeah, very entertaining games in the WSL, and I just want to say a big shout out to kind of the movement that's happened since the Euros and where it's going, because I think the quality of football is different to men's football. Before people start going, oh, it's not proper football. Blah, blah. It's different to men's football, but it's great, and I do enjoy the odd game.
Yeah. Good shout, mate. Good shout out. I like it.
So is that the news done?
I think that is probably the news done.
Okay, so I've got a fact for you. Now, this one completely blew my mind, and I don't really know how to sort of do it. So I think so.
Hang on, before we go, I'm loving how animated you are right now. Blew my mind.
So, what I want to say to you. So, remember the names. Zamalek. Could be Zamalek. Accra Hearts of Oak.
Sorry?
CSMD Diables Noirs. Yeah?
Yeah.
Al Kuwait.
Yeah.
Happy Valley. Jupiter. Mohammedan. Ayeyawadi United. Yidzin. Al Ali.
Yeah.
And then in Europe, most importantly, because we'll probably know who they are.
I know what this is about now, I think.
Spartak Sofia. Benfica in 77-78 season. Perugia in the 78-79 season. Galatasaray in the 85-86 season. Partizan, not Partizan. Obilic in Yugoslavia, the 98-99 season. Red Star Belgrade in Serbia, 07-08. And I think that's it. What do those clubs all have in common? Oh, and also in Brazil, Atletico Mineiro in 1977. What do all of those clubs have in common?
Don't know. They all won their league?
No. They all went a season unbeaten and they did not win the league.
Wow. That's a lot of teams.
Isn't it? They went a whole season without losing a game and they failed to win the league. Can you imagine? So the only one that I'll sort of
Wow.
go back on was the one in Yugoslavia, because that was Partizan and Oblic, right? So 98-99 season. Oblic didn't win the league, but went unbeaten. Partizan won it unbeaten. So what a season that was, by the way.
Wow, so 2 people
But 2
undefeated.
teams, yeah. Can you imagine though?
Jesus. That's mental. I thought you were going to say something about like the Club World Cup or something. These are all people that have won it, because it was so random teams. That's mental.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it?
And they've not won it. Mate, you've got to write those down on socials. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a little clip. Guess what these teams have in common? That's a perfect clip, mate. I love that.
Yeah. That's a good one, isn't it?
Wow.
Finally,
Holy
I've done
shit.
something that's impressed you. I mean, I'm happy with that. That's made me even more happy.
Oh, shut up. Fucking hell. Right, let's move on to the inevitable, because this is really disappointing and I just want to get this part over with.
Okay, mate, let's move on to the Premier League results from the weekend.
So we'll start on a high and then we'll finish with a low, shall we?
Well, let's start with the first game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Start with a high.
Oh, yeah.
Newcastle 4, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Yeah. What a performance by Newcastle.
Where did it come from? Don't
Where
say
did it go?
Cotton Eye Joe. No, no, you're so predictable. I just could see your eyes light up like, I got this, I got this. Alexander Isak is a man on fire right now.
Was he got 17 goals in 24 games this season?
It's incredible, mate.
If it wasn't for the likes of Haaland, that would have been spoken about more.
Yep, 100%. 100% that would have been spoken about more. Tottenham were playing a ridiculously high line in this.
Tottenham was
So much so that they didn't have a player in their own half for one of Isak's goals.
well. I think they were trying to get him offside in his own half, which
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
do. No,
No,
that was
no,
really
it
funny.
doesn't.
But Tottenham defensively, I'm not going to say it's not because of Newcastle. I think Newcastle's game plan was fantastic. I think Eddie Howe deserves a. But for the people that couldn't hear that, that was a clap. But Tottenham were really, really poor.
They were really bad.
Defence.
Van der Ven was sent to the floor twice for 2 of those goals.
Yeah, was it last week we was like picking him up, so
Yeah.
well done, he's a great defender. This week
He clearly
put his
listened.
arse twice. Yeah,
He clearly listened, knows our influence, and was like, "Oh, hang on, the FDP boys, they're like picking me up here." Yeah, man, I'm well good. I'm sick of football.
Ben said what? Yes.
And Isak was like, "Sit down."
Yeah, literally. No,
Down, mate.
they were very, very poor, Tottenham. But Newcastle played really well. I think when you look at the injury list that they have, they've probably got another 11, sitting injured. But yeah, very well done. Isak was top quality. Gordon as well. Special shout out to Gordon. Set two up and scored one.
Mate, that finish as well for him was sublime.
Top draw, yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, great result for them. Damages Tottenham's top 4 hopes. Gives them a mighty blow, which is nice. And Newcastle were climbing.
Yeah, it certainly did. They would be looking towards Arsenal to help them out, should we say?
Yeah, but obviously we'd never help a North London rival. So, yeah.
Brentford
Moving on.
Next.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably go for Bournemouth first, because that's probably in alphabetical order. But that's fine. We can go for Brentford.
They were the late kickoff, though, weren't they?
Were they? Oh,
Yeah,
I've just got Saturday here. I haven't got times.
So it goes in order of what time, because we started with Newcastle, which is N. So it goes with the time of kickoff and then alphabetical order from that time.
Yeah, okay. I'll hold my hands up. Fair play. Sorry.
Thank you.
I'll go back to my corner. I'll go back to my place.
So Brentford 2, Sheffield United 0, Arblaster own goal, and then an Onyeka 93rd minute absolute worldie.
Was a good goal. Great finish. Just piles the pressure on Sheffield United.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was an absolute worldie. I can't actually remember.
No, it was a good finish. It was a good finish. Brentford back to winning ways though eases the crap on them, doesn't it? Massively. I think they were a little bit in dodgy waters.
You want to hit that sort of 40-point mark, don't you? They're after this game they're sat on 32, so 29 before that. Good maths, thank you.
Fucking mathematician over there.
Carol Vorderman over it.
Yeah, definitely. So you're Carol Vorderman, a little bit older.
They definitely needed that win. Sheffield United again, very poor. I think. What's their manager's name? Jesus,
Chris Wilder.
Chris Wilder just went. I was about to say it, and then he went, "Nah, fuck you. You ain't remembering this." He come out and said that I think he was a bit sort of, this is kind of over. We're not good enough. We've not been good enough. But let's see how it goes. 5 games left.
He's not wrong, love, is he?
Shall see. So Burnley drew 1-1 with Brighton.
Big point.
Well, so it was almost like a carbon copy of Muric last week with their goal. Is it still their keeper at Brighton? He kicked the ball. It flicked off Brownhill, went in the back of the net. And then the Muric incident. I don't know if he's slept since then.
Joe, what? I'll be honest, I've not seen this Muric incident. This is literally one of the only games I've not seen.
Oh, okay. So they were knocking it around the back as Burnley try to do sometimes, often, too often.
Says it all. You don't need to go on, Will. It's fine. I think we all know.
Well, the ball was passed back to Muric, who's sort of gone to put his foot on top of the ball and, probably just push it forward and then hit it, I don't know, to someone who's sort of like 30 yards away, and then they fuck about with it in the area a bit more, their own area. But he missed the ball and ran back to try and get it, but there was too much pace on it. Own goal. So that's 2 in 2 games of just shoddy goalkeeping. But they dropped James Trafford, put him in place, seemed to be working all right. But the 2 mistakes. Craig Bellamy at the end, I just about recognised him. He said that it wasn't Muric's fault, it was our fault as a team. And you think, there's no way anyone's believing that, mate. Pull the other
What
way.
a politically correct way to say it, though.
Honestly.
In that dressing room, he's going, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. It's Craig Bellamy as well, isn't it? I mean, he was a prick. But he seems to have sort of calmed down a bit since he's been managing.
Bad. Who'd have thought, eh?
I know.
Who'd have thought?
Gvardiol can score a goal, can't he?
Oh, mate, what a hit.
What a hit in the Bernabeu.
I'm just going to move on because I don't even want to talk about that here or whatever.
I was waiting for you to buy it. I was waiting. I did it on purpose and you didn't buy it. I'm annoyed.
Jeremy Doku's goal.
What a goal. What a goal.
How many step overs did he do? 6?
No,
5?
I think he only did 1 or 2. He was just like weaving
he
in
did
and
a
out.
couple. He was insane.
Yeah, he's a quality
And
player.
what a lovely, neat finish as well. But I'm really disappointed because City tore Luton apart. But Haaland's goal was incredible.
Haaland's?
Yeah. He hit it so hard in that Luton player's face that it floored him before it went in.
It wasn't even going on. Oh, Hashioka.
It was nowhere near on target. I think it was going to go out for a throw. It was that far off.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You said Haaland's goal. I thought he scored a penalty.
No, his shot that deflected in.
Yeah,
That one.
okay, yeah.
Oh, that's not his. It's his own goal. But yeah,
It's one of those, you know. I've heard it a few times. Luton have to play safe, go defensive, sit back, and Manchester City go, fine, we'll play with the ball. And we need to do. Kovacic scored a great goal. Doku scored a great goal. And so did Gvardiol. Thought the penalty was a clear penalty. And Ross Barkley got a bit of a kind of consolation. That was a nice goal
neat.
as well.
That was, I was just going to say, that was a really neat finish. But Man City just doing Man City things, aren't they? Business end of the season.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
They need to be perfect. So Manchester City will be perfect.
Yeah. So set the pace, didn't they? Then took the lead in the title race at this point.
Certainly at this point, yeah.
Big 5-1.
Wolves. That was a big game. That
I think it was only ever going to end in a draw, wasn't it?
I thought Forest should have won it. I thought Forest were by far the best team. Gibbs White went a bit early with his celebration. Matthias Cunha made sure of that. But I thought Forest were the better team, and I thought that they should have won that, and Wolves should count themselves quite lucky. Wolves again struggling with injuries.
They are, but having Cunha back is a big thing.
Massive,
huge for them.
Yeah,
I think they can cope with everything else. They've got a squad that can probably deal with a couple of people, but if they lose their star players, they're knackered. They do struggle. But I think it's a good point all round for both teams.
Yeah.
The Forest are trying to keep themselves out of that relegation place.
Yeah, certainly.
1 point clear now, so that's huge for them.
Yeah.
It is big for them.
And then a game. We could talk about this game all day. I
feel like I've missed this game.
Bournemouth,
I don't remember seeing
United.
this.
2-2.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it.
It was shocking. Manchester United are just a team without identity, without any quality, without any class, unless they've got Bruno Fernandes, who is doing really, really well, as you know you'd kind of expect. Bournemouth outplayed them. Solanke scored a neat goal. Kluivert just ran through the defence, and there's just no one there's no one just picking up their players. They had the young guy Cambuala at centre back next to Harry Maguire. He couldn't cope with Solanke or Kluivert on that side. He was put on the floor twice, I think. Casemiro looks like he's really struggling. I know he's getting old a bit, but he looks like he's really struggling.
He looks knackered in a lot of games I've seen.
There's just no tracking back. There's no fight for the ball. There's no wanting to win. I mean, Onana made a couple of cracking saves. He's been doing quite well the last couple of weeks. I'll give a shout out to him for that. But it's just same old Man United. They were very lucky to get a draw again.
Yeah, I think you said it a couple of weeks ago. It's not the result they want, but he just does enough to keep his job.
Yeah, and then he comes out and he says it's up to the fans if they want to remain kind of alongside Man United. He sort of says it's up to them, but it's the truth. At this moment, with all the problems we have, we play to our levels. We can play very good when everyone is in top form. No, they can't. But we have to do it for the whole 90 minutes, which they don't. That it could be their worst Premier League finish ever, and this is not important at the moment. It's not important at the moment, and you think that's just the mentality that he's bringing to this team, and it's not.
Yeah, I feel that's poor. Yeah, you need a winner. That I appreciate he's being realistic about it, and everything he said probably isn't wrong. We'll give him some credit, but the fans don't want to hear that.
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Unless they're a bit delusional.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree, mate.
At 2-2, disappointed for Bournemouth. They probably expected to win that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then moving on to Sunday's games then, William.
Yes, we start with the Scousers.
Yes.
Liverpool,
What an
Crystal
upset.
Palace. Huge upset. Yeah, what did you think?
I thought Palace played really well,
Palace
considering they had one fit centre-back, like recognised centre-back, and they still won 1-0 at Liverpool, at Anfield.
I mean,
And arguably could have been 2-0 if not for that incredible Andy Robertson clearance.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I think they went 3 at the back for tactical reasons. They saw what Liverpool were doing. They overloaded the middle of the pitch, and it seemed to work wonders. That starting 3 though up top, Elise, Mateta, and Eze. That is something else, mate.
Brilliant trio. What a neat finish from Eze as well.
Quality, top quality.
Just needed nothing. Just steered it in.
Yeah.
Hardly any power on it. Just direct it in. I thought it was poor defending from Liverpool for that, though. To be honest with you.
Yeah, Liverpool were quite poor early on, weren't they? But they picked up and they were just really good. I just think
Curtis Jones missed a sitter, didn't he?
They missed a few. I think Alisson started, didn't he? So he
did,
had a pretty good game considering he's just come back. But I think Crystal Palace, all credit due, Henderson made some good saves. Liverpool missed a few, but overall, it was a fantastic game.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable, that one. Really enjoyable to watch. I know we've got a couple of Palace fans that listen as well, so I'm sure you guys are absolutely buzzing. Glasgow with a win. I think he needed a win. Probably didn't expect it there.
Yeah.
But I think it just shows what they can do. And it's not his squad either, we've got to bear in mind. He's just doing what he can with the players he's inherited.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, fair play. I think it was West Ham Fulham next.
Yeah, 2-0 Fulham away win against West Ham. Pereira with a couple of goals, Awobi with an assist. I think it was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it, for Pereira's first one?
Yeah, capitalised on that so well though, didn't he?
Fabianski, yeah, put it into the back of the net. Very good. First time they've won a Premier League game at West Ham since 2001.
Oh wow! Look at you with the knowledge. Your stat pack coming in handy, isn't it? Well done, mate.
I mean, it's easy when you read it off screen.
I can well imagine it is. Mate. I can well imagine it is. Pereira did really well. He played like a man possessed.
Yeah. I feel like you're just now trying to avoid the inevitable, mate.
I am.
Let's
And then we got Chelsea Everton tonight as we're recording Monday.
That's right, yeah. Come on. We've got to go balls deep on it, mate. We've got to own it.
Arsenal Villa, massively disappointing 2-0 loss. I thought Ødegaard was doing really well. Second half, I don't know why they subbed him. Maybe he was tired, maybe thinking about the game midweek, perhaps, who knows. He went off, the whole team changed. The whole dynamic, the enthusiasm, the drive just seemed to change. It just dropped off. And Villa, I think, second half, they were incredible.
I think, yeah, it was a masterclass from Unai Emery. And let's not kid ourselves, really, if we're being completely honest, into thinking that it was the second half, because the first half they were fantastic. They hit the post twice. I mean, well, I say twice. Tielemans hit the post twice in one shot, but like they hit the post twice with Nolly Watkins just missing. Hit the inside of the post. They were unbelievable. So fair play to Emery for his the way that they played. Defensively they were quality. The middle with John McGinn again, they were top quality, and then up front with Watkins and co.
Neat finish with it, Watkins for his goal.
Very good finish from Watkins, yeah.
That Leon Bailey one, as soon as they took the corner, I saw how much space he had. You just look and think, oh, please don't get to him. Like we're
Yeah.
normally good on set pieces, generally defending and attacking. As soon as it went out, I'm like, oh, it's a goal. Just can't do
Yeah.
anything about it. It's for me. It just felt like it went in slow mo. I just turned my phone off. I was like, I can't watch this. And I saw at the end it was 2-0. I was like, you joking?
Yeah. It was one of those as soon as because Diaby didn't look on top quality form. Zaniolo actually looked
No.
really good. Rogers didn't look too bad either, but Diaby was a bit off pace, and when he came on, I thought, I reckon he could do something. Do something here. But I mean, if we go into Arsenal, I think we set ourselves up wrong. I think we should have had Jorginho next to Rice and behind Erdegaard. I think playing Havertz and Jesus like that was the wrong thing to do. Saka looks absolutely fucking knackered. Trossard can only seem to do it when he comes off the bench. He seems to have a couple of problems there.
I don't know. I thought Trossard was good. No, I thought he played well.
I mean, he was okay. Yeah, but you know, we didn't. He didn't do anything completely special. The one thing for me though, and I clocked it early on, and I couldn't stop watching it the whole way through the game, was Zinchenko coming on from the left into the middle. He's not. And I'm not blaming it on him that we lost. I think it was a poor performance overall. But him, it's been bugging me since he sort of joined us. Just moving into the middle of the pitch, and he's not effective there. If he's effective, fine, do it. But he's not. He's going into the middle of the pitch and he's taking the ball off of Declan Rice, who's been top quality. He's taken the ball off of Havertz, who can do a job for us. You know, he's been very, very good for us. Zinchenko isn't. If Zinchenko was playing like Rice or like Jorginho, you know, if he was playing that in that sort of way, fine, I don't mind it. But he's not, so stop doing it.
Yeah, mate, I totally agree. I think he's the weakest part of our team when he's in it, and everyone exploits him. And he's been found out so many times this season when he has played. Kiwior, yes, he's been caught out a few times, but we look so much sturdier defensively. We look so much more structured in our approach with him there, and he's growing into that role more and more.
Yeah, but what the crucial thing that you're forgetting is Timber can play there.
Yeah. When Timber's back, it's a bit different. But so can Tomiyasu.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he came on for White. White looked like he picked up a bit of a knock. But yeah, I think Zinchenko is probably not needed. I think he might bring something different into the dressing room and into the team in terms of like the mentality. But
yeah,
I'll say it. Arsenal and Liverpool have probably now bottled the league, just as Arsenal did last season. Because of these losses, Manchester City don't miss up, do they see the challenge now, win every game. Hold my beer, boys, watch me go and do it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping Tottenham become their bogey team again.
What do you think the chances are of getting a double treble?
I don't think you can rule it out with that team. I really don't think you can rule that out. They're coming into their own. They have done it without Haaland. They've done it with Haaland.
Without De Bruyne, with De Bruyne.
Yeah, I say with De Bruyne, without De Bruyne. Yeah, really good point.
With Foden, without Foden.
Yeah, they've always got someone to step up because their team is full of quality in every single position. Nunes came on. He looked good. He was playing.
Doku, quality. Grealish, quality. They got quality everywhere.
Yeah, their backups are first teamers everywhere else.
Yeah.
That's the difference. But that's what breaking 115 laws does for you, though, I suppose.
But we haven't even spoken about Alvarez either. You know, he's won it all. There's nothing that bloke can't win anything else. He's done it all.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable team. Yeah, you have to sort of mention the 115 charges. But they have to get playing well, and they do, and it's all down to Pep and the money. So yeah, fair play to City, and it does feel weird when there's 5 games left, and there are some hard games for Man City to play to sort of concede like this. But I think we've seen it all before, and you know it does feel a shame. But I can't see a way back for Liverpool or Arsenal now.
Look, there's still plenty of games to play. We
There
just take each
are.
game as it comes, like we have done all season, and we'll just see how it goes.
And I wouldn't, you know, if I'm Arteta, I wouldn't be saying this. If I'm Klopp, I wouldn't be saying this. But I think you have to be kind of realistic and think to yourself, Manchester City don't slip up. When the pressure's on, Manchester City thrive. When the pressure's on Arsenal, Liverpool lose, and Arsenal need to win to stay a point ahead, and Arsenal lose. You know, there's not that winning mentality in that team yet. I think there will be, but not yet. So that's where I think we're at the moment.
Yeah, I do think you're right. It's really disappointing. It's really got me on a proper downer, but I do understand it. It's probably done and dusted, but Arsenal till the end, mate. We've got to follow it. We've still got to hope and believe.
100%, mate. I'll be supporting them no matter what. Like, I'll be there every game, willing, wanting, hoping. You know, if Arteta rings me up and says, "Will, what do I do?" I will tell him.
Yeah, tell him. Don't listen to me. Do what you need to do, bro.
Yeah.
But get us some box seats, yeah? Thanks.
Yeah.
That'd be good. But we got the Champions League second leg to look forward to. Hanging in the balance at 2-2.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, against Bayern Munich.
Cheeky prediction. What's the score? Do we go through?
Oh, mate, I think if we'd have won at Villa, I'd have been confident. It wasn't even at Villa, it was at the Emirates. If we won at the Emirates against Villa, I would have been confident. Going to the Allianz and getting a win, I feel less than confident about. I think, you know, I could see it going to pens and us losing to the Germans again.
I'm going to confidently go 2-1 win. Extra time 2-1.
Yeah, let's hope you're right, mate. Let's hope you're right.
There we go.
Chelsea tonight. They've just announced losses of 700 and something million. Sorry, not
losses.
Not losses. Sorry, transfers. They spent on transfers in the 22-23 season, 700 and something million. But they've sold a lot, so they've kind of evened that out.
Oh, interesting.
So we'll see what happens.
I wonder if they get done.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what happens.
Interesting. Right, I think we'll leave it there for this week.
All done.
Everyone who's listening or watching, thank you very much. Will, it's a pleasure.
Always.
See you next week.
Take care, mate. Goodbye.